What's up, guys? It's Jedi back with another reaction. Now, I know it's been a hot minute since I've uploaded a reaction. I've just been crazy busy with work. I now have 2 jobs that I'm pretty much just constantly working now. I'm also doing a lot of covers for co-workers, so I'm not getting a lot of time off, but hey, the pay's great. So yeah, this is the reason why I haven't been uploading as much, because I'm pretty much just burnt out at this point. But, hanging in there. I got another week to go, which will be interesting to see how that plays out. But, yeah. We're going to carry on with this Five Finger Death Punch album reaction, and then we got some other albums to check out. Slipknot's releasing a new album. I Prevail's released their new album, which I've only reacted to, I think, 3 songs off that, the 2 singles. Or it might have been 3 singles. I've heard all the singles plus Self-Destruction, so I need to finish that album reaction. Hollywood Undead have released a new album. Who else is coming out with new albums? There's other albums and songs I need to react to. Darker Still by Parkway Drive. There's another album reaction I gotta do. So yeah, a lot of shit to get out the way. KSI released a new song as well, so I've got to get around to that. My buddy Mason released an album as well, so I've got to react to that. So yeah, a lot of reactions on the way. So we're just going to carry on with Five Fingers' new album, Afterlife. So we're currently on the 6th track, Judgment Day. I've heard a lot of people saying that they don't really like this song. So I'm intrigued and interested to see what this sounds like, what it's all about, and why people aren't the biggest fans of it, or that I've heard of. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Judgment Day by Five Finger Death Punch. That's not something you generally hear from Ivan on the vocals. You don't normally hear something like that. So I have a feeling that maybe people don't like this as much because it's, different from what they normally do. Because, he doesn't normally do things like this. So I have a feeling that this is going to be one of the songs that kind of sticks out from the rest of the songs on the album. And I did see a little interview he did, and he said that Afterlife is his favorite album because there's a lot of experimentation with it. There's nothing that they didn't try. Everything goes. Whatever they came up with, they tried it, and if it worked, they keep going with it. If it didn't, then they didn't. So maybe it's one of those songs where it's completely different than what they normally do. Which makes me even more interested to see how this is gonna go. So let's just carry on. I fuck with it though.
You gotta watch for the shot, beware the ricochet. Dance, motherfucker, till the fat bitch sings. Getting one for the chamber, 2 for good health. Know a little about evil and a lot about hell. Playing ring around the daisies with a shotgun shell. If you're gonna take a life, better keep it to yourself. Seems every time I think there's just a little bit of hope. Someone comes out swinging with a dead man's robe.
Okay, so already I fuck with this a lot. I like it. I don't see why a lot of other people don't like it. Maybe it's just because the style. First of all, that verse, the way he started that off with the I want to call it like a staticky voice, like what you hear when a radio's fucking up or whatever. It kind of reminds me of that. Which I honestly don't mind. I do quite like it. It's something different. So there's obviously a lot of experimentation with this song specifically. And mind you, it's almost 5 minutes long. That's really odd to see with a Five Finger. Although the longer the song, the better in my opinion. But yeah, that was interesting. So I can see why people may have turned their heads because I did, but I like it. Now I want to comment on these lyrics real quick. So you got to watch for the shot, beware the ricochet. For some reason, I can't think of what that means. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure Beware the Ricochet is talking about bullets like bouncing off, like, you know, you shoot a bullet in the middle of a wall, it's going to bounce back. Is that what he's talking about? I'm pretty sure, because then he says dance, you know, dance, dance, motherfucker, to the fat bitch things, which, not gonna lie, I find that line a little bit cringy. You know, to the fat bitch things, it's, yeah, that he could have come up with something a lot better to say than the fat bitch things. But so far, that's really my only complaint about it. And I think I'm on the right track with those two lines. You got to watch for the shot, beware the ricochet. I'm pretty sure I'm on the right path with the meaning of that, or what he's trying to say. But I'm not too sure, so I may need a little confirmation. Confirmation, that's the word I'm looking for. Might need a little confirmation if I'm on the right track with that. So far, I'm fucking with the song. I like it. Let's carry on. Oh, okay.
I'm no angel, no savior, and I've never been a saint. Well, I know I'm not the devil, 'cause I still can feel the pain. I walked through fire and the brimstone, and there were no pearly gates. I'll be sure to ask about it on my final judgment day. Judgment day.
Alright, so chorus-wise, I fuck with it a lot, especially like lyrically. I'm no angel, I'm no savior, and I've never been a saint. Well, I know I'm not the devil, 'cause I still can feel the pain. That cuts deep, dude. That cuts deep. And I love the melody he chose for that as well. That, to me, that fits him perfectly. So yeah, lyrically, I love it. Melody-wise, I love it. It's a very catchy chorus. It's not, you know, one of those big, you know, punch you in the face types of chorus that they normally do. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Darkness Settles In. I know, you know, the comparison is strange, but that's what it reminds me of. But I do fuck with it a lot. And the lines, walk through fire and through brimstone, and there were no pearly gates. I'll be sure to ask about it on my final judgment day. I really like the way he said that. I'm not going to be able to touch on what the fuck I mean, because I honestly don't know what I mean. I just like the way he said it. But yeah, I think that's dope. I like that.
2 tears in a bucket, 1 down the drain. Dance, dance, motherfucker, till the war drums play. I know a little about death, a lot about pain. I ain't ever seen a storm that don't end in rain. Gotta pay the Pied Piper, every dog will have his day. I don't stress the mess, 'cause it's all so cliche. You can run around in circles, but it always ends the same. You'll be swinging from the end of a dead man's chain.
Woo!
Doomed if I do, doomed if I don't, doomed if I will, doomed if I won't. Damned if I try, damned if I fail. God damn you all! I know.
Alright, so I want to pause it real quick. So, I really like when he said, I never seen a storm that don't end in rain. I really like that line. That speaks a lot for itself. I think that's pretty self-explanatory as well. Now, to the pre-chorus for the second verse. Notice how the first pre-chorus, he had his damned sequence first. And what I mean by that, so he said, damned if I try, damned if I fail, etc. And, you know, the damned part, well, the first part was damned, second part was doomed. I really like how, and I find this quite clever, how he switched it around. So he's saying doomed for the first part and then damned for the second. I really like how he does that. And one of my favorite things about, you know, songwriting when it comes to Ivan is the fact that he can twist words around when he says it. Like in Walkaway, he talks about how he's sorry for the angel he's not. And you should be sorry for... Oh, I can't remember exactly what he said. I'll put the lyrics up on here. He said that in the first verse, and then in the second verse, he completely twisted it and talked about him being the opposite of the first verse, and whoever he was talking about being the opposite of the first verse as well. So it's like they switched roles. I really like how he does that, and I find that extremely clever. But yeah, I really like how we did that with the second pre-chorus. That was dope.
Angel, don't say
this the build up to the guitar solo?
Watch for the shot. Watch for the shot. Watch for the shot.
So it's just the chorus again. So there's a lot of filler in this song, especially from the la ha bridge. So there's a lot of that. So to me, that kind of feels like a lot of filler. I'm not too sure if, they were trying to make the song longer or just experimenting more or both. But yeah, that is, I don't mind it. I quite like, the melody for that. So I'm not complaining about it, but it would be nice if they didn't have so much repetitiveness with that part and put that in, or put like a breakdown or a guitar solo in, or both, like they did with Rolled in Bones. If they did that, then I would appreciate it more, which I'm not complaining about the song at all. I like it a lot, but it is very, very repetitive with the la, or la, ha, whatever the fuck. Very repetitive with that, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but, I don't mind it. I just wish there was a little less of it. Okay. Okay, so, we're back with that again. That's very repetitive. Right, so I really like how after the chorus, he's gone for post-chorus. And he said, in my final resting place, when I finally found my grace, I'll be sure to ask about it on my final judgment day. So he obviously says judgment day a lot because it's the title of the song. But I really like what he said there. In my final resting place, when I finally found my grace, I'll be sure to ask about it on my final judgment day. I really like that. And I like how we switched it up after the chorus and added a little bit of like a post-chorus, chorus outro kind of thing. I really like how we did that. Back with the la thing. That's very repetitive, but yeah. I can definitely see myself like skipping when it comes to the outro. Just because I know it's just the same old shit. But I do, as I said, I do like the way it sounds. That again. Okay, that was definitely very, very repetitive. I think they've put that in too much, and to me it just feels like it's a lot more filler, and they're trying to make the song longer. Which, I don't know if I'm for or against that, because I do like how it sounds. Not so much the outro, I think that sounds a little bit boring, how it was just his vocal saying the la. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Yeah, it just feels like filler to me. Overall, though, I don't see why. I can see why people might not like it, but a lot of people hate it, and I honestly don't understand why. I don't really get why people hate Five Finger in general. I mean, personally, they're one of my favorite bands of all time. They're one of the first bands that I actually got into when I started getting into heavier music when I was 12, 13 maybe. So I've been a fan of them for a long time. But yeah, I don't get why people dislike them. Yeah, that's all I'm really going to say. I really like the song. Very repetitive, which I don't mind because, again, I like the sound that they're repeating, but it can be too much. And I think that's what's happened with this. So that's my thoughts on Judgment Day. If you guys have a song that you want me to react to, just drop the artist name and the song title in the comments, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. But apart from that, I'll see you guys in the next reaction. Peace.